Hi guys, welcome back to Girl Who Cares episode 22 with Isha,
Simran
and Ria.
So on today's topic, we are actually going to be talking about basically judgmental, how would you say it? The judgmental society.
in our culture.
Yeah. So obviously, as you know, we are three Punjabi brown girls. And one thing we have noticed is trying to embrace yourself is very hard when you have a culture that is very judgmental. And by this, we mean when you're walking on the street, you could get stares left, right, and centre from any brown person. You could go to Slough and not be from Slough, and you'll get the whole of the Indians staring at you. You can go to Birmingham, go to the supermarket, and Bob Butt over there will be staring at you. Why? I honestly could not tell you. But I do have an idea. It's in our culture. It's literally in our Punjabi blood. And it's so weird, but we kind of become used to it. But I don't think that's right. So I have a job at Next, right? And when I'm working at Next, brown auntie always come over to me and they'll just say, "Oh, hello, beta." Like, they basically want a discount off me. And I'm just there like, I have no idea who, like, I'm like, do I know this person? Like, in my head, I'm literally there like, have I seen this person before? No, I don't know who they are. And then I'm just like, oh, like, that'll be like £54. And they're like, and like, you can tell they're trying to like basically get a discount. And then they want a bag afterwards and you have to pay for the bag. And I'm like, oh, so you have to pay. Like, there's rules and regulations. And honestly, they literally, you know, and then they go like, oh, what does your tattoo say? And then they go, oh, how's your mum? And I'm thinking, my mum's fine. And they actually don't know who my mum is, but they would just ask me that. And then the worst one, oh my God, is when, so if a brown person comes over and they can see that I'm brown and they start talking to me in Punjabi, and then they go, do you not speak Punjabi? In Punjabi? And I'm like, I understand it, but I don't really speak it. Plus, I'm also working in England in a shop where I'm supposed to speak English. And then they're like, yeah, but speak Punjabi. And I'm just like, but it's not that great. And I'm not really like, why? Like, why?
Why?
I hate it because it's like, why are they judging because I'm brown that I can speak
They're
brown?
just assuming,
I presume a lot of
Speak
things.
brown? Speak Punjabi. It's just so, honestly, it's so annoying. And just and so it's the judgmental side from our culture. And we've spoken about this before. Like, you know, we've always spoken about how our culture is very judgmental. But I think it puts it down on us because there's some of us girls out there, boys as well, to be honest. Like, I think because there's such a high expectation on what a Punjabi should do, be like, looks like, even in like the job side of things, what job you should get, what time you should get married, all this stuff. Because we are so judgmental and the older generation we struggle to be who we are. I know for me, it has been a massive thing, you know, like I would always, when I got my tattoo, I was a bit nervous. I was like, oh, how are people going to react, especially in my family? Hiding it sometimes just because I was like, oh, it's not, but that's who I am. That's what I wanted. Same with dyeing my hair. Like, I was like, I hope I'm doing it gradually, so I hope they don't notice too much that I've gone really blonde. But why? Like, it doesn't matter. And I think that's just part of our culture.
We spend a lot of time trying to please others, and we care about the opinions of others and what people might say, especially within the family. Like, even like your parents, they might not have a problem with what you're doing, but they might think that their parents might have a problem with what you're doing, or the extended family might have a problem with it. So like, we spend so much time caring about what other people might say that we don't fully embrace what we want to do, which is wrong, actually.
Yeah, no, definitely is.
It's really wrong. And also, now that I'm finishing my uni as well, the amount of times my parents have been asked, like, oh yeah, when's she going to get married? When she's going to get married?
Oh yeah, that is.
And I think it's the worst thing ever, because it's that what a girl's life is basically, okay, she's finished uni, this is a tick box now, and she needs to get married, another tick box. And I think it's so much more than that. Like, nowadays women are independent, we've got our own careers, we've got our own lives and stuff, and it's important that we just embrace our independence as well in our life. We're not just born to do uni and then immediately get married. Like, we do have our own lives as well. And I think people need to stop asking the parents of girls as well just questions like, oh yeah, what does she do? Oh yeah, the guy she's going to marry, what is he going to be? Is he going to be a doctor or an engineer? What is the guy's family like? The amount of questions that you get, oh, you don't have a son. The amount of times my parents have been asked, do you not have a son? It's just because it's me and my sister. And it's like, what is that guy going to do?
What does it matter?
What can I not give my parents that a guy can give?
Yeah.
So,
but that's one thing actually in our culture though, because we have Lori, but that is traditionally supposed to be, you celebrate it if you had a boy, but why are we, like, my parents, they didn't do this. So when I was born, they celebrated me. When my brother was born, they celebrated him.
Yeah.
Why are you going to celebrate one child, not the other? They're both your children.
It's just been passed on from generations.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why people do it. I don't think they understand why they do it either. Because what is the difference between a boy and a girl? Like, to be honest, a girl is more likely to look after their parents if they were to get old or get sick. The boy's not going to do that. Even if the boy's living at home, they're more likely just not going to do that.
Females have more of a mother nurture. And it's just in us to do that. We're not obviously dissing boys there, but it's just, I think our culture is just too stereotypical, and we are set on how things were in the past.
Yeah,
like our culture is lovely. I have to say, we have amazing events. We have so many different cultural events that I actually love. I learn about, and I enjoy learning it. You know, I look forward to how we celebrate the Guru's birthdays. I look forward to how the community gets together. But at the same time, there are downsides to it, and one is the whole judgmental factor and having expectations of a child and, you know, a literal timeline. And I completely agree with you with the marriage thing there. And like, it's also like, you know, when you're dating someone and then it just doesn't really work out, and then you think, oh, sorry, my language. You think, oh, like, I need to like, how am I gonna say this to my family? And back in the days, I don't, like, it kind of depends on the family, I guess, now, but like back in let's say
be 2 generations,
if you were a divorcee, they would find it so hard to get you married again because you have a title as a divorcee.
But that's so bad though, because then you're more likely to stay in a relationship that you're not happy in.
Yeah,
that person could be like abusing you, and you feel like you have to stay there because of what people might think, and because of the fact you might not be able to get married again. Like,
people literally would not let their child marry someone because they are a divorcee. But what's wrong with that?
Exactly, it's not necessarily that person's fault. Like, you don't really know what that person might end up being like. Even after you've married them, people can change, people can...
Yeah, and also in that generation, they're more likely to have a divorce than now, because it was such a big pressure to get married at 21 that they're just putting you into a marriage that you might not like. Whereas now we kind of, some people live with them before they get married. Some people like know them for 5-6 years and then they get married. Then, you're less likely to have a divorce now because we have time. There's no timeline on us. But back then there was, and I think that is actually crazy.
Like the fact that some people will be like meeting their partner one day and then get married the next.
Literally.
And like,
or literally even on the wedding day. That is so scary.
Like, think about it. There's people, most of our parents probably, or like parents before that, whatever, got married at 21. You guys should be married by now.
Yeah, 21 in my eyes is still a child.
Yeah.
Still a child. Like, I still can't even use my washing machine, leave alone getting married.
Literally, like, they should not be getting married at that age. And I still don't understand what the whole pressure is to get married, especially get married young. Like, it should be something you want to do. You get to a point in your life where you find that person that you want to marry, not something that you should be rushing into.
Yeah.
Because that's more likely to end in a divorce or unhappiness.
And then also affect the kids.
And it just,
if they're seeing this toxic relationship, then like they're going to think that it's normal. Yeah, I have to stay in this sort of relationship. And then they're going to keep carrying it forward then.
And it puts the pressure on you to stay in that relationship, because I know for a fact that if you're wanting to have a certain strict timeline, you're going to then say, well, I've got to stay with him because I should be married in the next 4 months. But if you're not happy in that relationship, get out of it, because you shouldn't be in something that, you know, you're not happy in.
Exactly.
And so I think that is a big downer. But
I think, like, we say like the auntie are very judgmental, but I think even our generation is a bit judgmental. Like, we're always complaining about them, but we also kind of judge each other.
We do.
Like the whole brown girl toxicity, and like the fact that we all secretly hate each other. We don't all secretly hate each other, but like you can tell, you can tell that there's competitiveness, and that's kind of just been passed down.
I think people aren't so open to actually just congratulating people when they should be. Like, you know, it's
jealousy.
It is big.
Like when someone's doing better than you or doing something you want to do, instead of being happy for them, you're hating on them and you wanting to bring them down.
When I hear, like, when I see like you post something on social media, like let's say the ITV thing.
Yeah.
When you posted that, I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. Told my parents, I was like, that is like amazing.
Yeah.
And my parents were like, that is so good. But I know for a fact there are going to be people out there that are like, sorry, language.
I'll censor it, don't worry.
Like, there'll be people out there that are literally like, what?
Yeah.
Like, and I get it. Like, yeah, you might be jealous. You're allowed to be jealous. But also, well, what are you doing? Are you sat there doing as much as she's doing to get that?
Yeah.
You know, there's so many things out there that happen because of what someone has put in,
Exactly.
and not because they just sat there on their phone watching.
Yeah.
And I think, again, like you said with the brown girl thing, you know, we are judgmental, and it's very competitive. Boys with girls and boys with exam grades, with looks, with everything. She's done this, so I'm going to do this. She wore that, I'm wearing it. Oh my God, she wore it over there, and now I'm wearing it at this event. Okay, great.
Yeah,
but
like,
it's not got your name on it.
No.
And I think that's one thing. Like, just be like, with my friends, like with you guys as well, if you said something like, I want to get this done, like for example, you said about the nails, right? She had these nail sets, and I was like, oh my God, I literally got this. It's like, you should get this for your next one, because I fell in love with these nails.
Yeah.
And I literally was like, get them done for your next set, because they're so nice. But most girls would be like, oh, I've got them, and don't get them.
Oh, she's trying to copy me. She's trying to be like me. Look how amazing I am. She's trying to be like me.
Like with the like hair extensions and stuff, I was like, oh my God, girl, like you should so get hair extensions if you want long hair.
Yeah.
Because I've got them? No. Because I got them, am I going to tell her don't get them? No. Generally, they were the best thing. I was like so happy.
And
so I was like, you should get them.
Well. I literally kept asking me. I was like, oh my God, like please tell me about
it. I was like, you should get it, because I think it would suit her. And you know, I do things because I'm proud to like be a part of something, or because I want them to do well or do better, or you know. And like you said, I just don't get our generation as well, because we are so toxic. And another thing is like, I don't know, but like, I just feel like you can tell through their faces, like they will stare at you and they literally have, I understand that
I know what you mean.
Faces.
I have an RBF.
Yeah, I literally stare at you and I'll be like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Like, but it doesn't mean you have to like assume they're like, you know, it's just
I think
so
people
weird.
have like these assumptions, and then they'll just assume, and then they think that they don't like them, and then it's like miscommunication basically.
Yeah.
But also I think like if people stopped comparing, they'd be so much happier. Like we're too focused on what other people are doing and trying to be better than everyone else, that you don't focus on your own life and actually what achievements you've made. Like just because someone's doing this doesn't mean you have to do that. Like you should be happy in what you're doing. And
because everyone's at different stages of their life. You don't have to be at the same stage at all. We all live such different lives. Even us three girls, we live such different lives, but we still have some in common, girly cares, and
we're still all happy in what we're doing. We don't need to like compare to each other or be jealous of each other.
I think another thing as well is social media.
Oh my gosh,
I think we judge people and it gets spread on social media, so then people have a perspective of you, and it's not good, because it's like so and so could say to someone, oh yeah, I know that Isha girl, she's this. But do you know me? Have you met me?
Exactly.
Go meet me, find out for yourself what I'm like, and then start spreading rumors. Because I don't think it's nice that we are in a generation where rumors get spread literally like, you know, so fast that you're drinking water. It's ridiculous, and we can't live without it. People actually can't stop gossiping, and it's so sad, because it's like there's so much more to do in your life.
It could be from a 10-second video, and how much can you tell about me from a 10-second video where I'm not even talking about anything? I'm just literally singing to a song, so you can't tell anything about me from that.
I think the point is people will talk about you no matter what you do, so that's why you just don't care about what people think.
You have to have thick skin in this world, because we are a generation that relies on social media and gossip, and as sad as it is, like you said, you just got to have thick skin. You just got to get through it, and of course it is going to get you down sometimes, because you might hear something that you're like, well, that is not me. And I really actually hate the fact that someone thinks like I was like that. If I ever used to hear anything that didn't sound like me, I'd be like, oh no, but I'm not like that. I don't want them to think that. And I would get so upset, because I'm like, someone thinks I'm like this. But now I just think to myself, well, do I see that person? Are they in my life? No. They think I'm like that. Do I really care? No. Because at the end of the day, as long as my parents, my best friends, whatever, like the closest people to me know who I am, that's fine. People I work with, that's fine. Otherwise, you know,
if you don't know them, like their opinion shouldn't matter to you, because it's not affecting you. People are going to talk regardless. It's the people that are actually close to you that matter. So just literally ignore them.
Exactly. But on that note, we do hope that if you have a funny story that I don't know, let's say you've been judged really hard and you've got a funny story to tell us, please send us it in, and we'd love to read it out if you give us the permission, obviously. Or just any kind of story, you know, just send it over to us, and obviously just make sure you say if you want us to explain who you are or not explain. You know, we respect your privacy. But yeah, so thank you for listening to our episode 22, and
Stay tuned.
we hope to see you guys soon.
Bye.